Okay. So, everybody, the Lagna is in Satbhish, okay? And where is Rahu sitting? Rahu is sitting in the 8th house. I would say the person has had a lot of problems in life, has gone through a tumultuous life
Yes, true that. At a very young age.
at a very young age. Why? Because Rahu Dasa, yes, Moon is also at a very, yes, can you see? Okay, here everybody see that all the 3 Rahu Nakshatras are very
Yeah.
active.
That's what I wanted to say, that this native has all 3 Rahu Nakshatras, that too in a trine. I mean, in the trine.
1, 5, 9. So you can say, people can say Venus is sitting in own house, in the 9th house, Yogara, very wealthy. I would say yes, a person is wealthy, but the person has faced a lot of problems.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So again, now you can also say with Satbhish, I would say that the person also is a lazy person. Why? Rahu is in 8th house. And his laziness causes him major issues in life.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see how it's
Discipline is
operating?
lacking.
Huh?
Discipline needs
Is
to be more
sincerely
disciplined.
lacking. Yes, sincerely lacking. And the person also doesn't follow dharma. Means the person can be up to shady activities so many times.
No, it's very strict and very that way follows all the protocols and all that.
There's a very strong Uttar Bhadra influence here, very strong.
Uttara Bhadra. Yeah, there is a strong Uttara Bhadra. Saturn is sitting there. So
Saturn is retrograde sitting there. Ketu is sitting there.
Married life may not be an issue. Married life may not be an issue. But money issues would be there in the person's chart.
And the house he grew up in.
Yep. Boss. Money issues also not very much. It's just that he's unable to retain money. And I think he was born in money, but he's not able to earn money.
Very stingy person.
But he had good money when he was born, right?
Yes.
Yes. And though the person may have resources, yes, the person, again, you see, Nazim, there's Saturn and Ketu are retrograde in the 2nd house in Uttara Bhadra. The person has got to learn to give. The person is very restricted in giving.
Very restricted. Thank you.
Yeah. As miser as miser can be.
To me, this is a signature of this chart.
And the person's spouse, the person's spouse, I think, is also a sore spot for the person. This should be having a lovely man. The person's spouse, does the person's spouse earn good, Ritu?
He's not yet married, but the person whom he's dating, yes, earns very well.
Yes. Yes. Why do I say this?
But that
Purva Falguni, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Because of the Purva Falguni, right?
Because of the Purva Falguni, and also because Mars is aspecting the 8th house, and Mars is also aspecting the Lagna. So, I mean, I somehow feel that the spouse will set the person straight.
But the question is that Venus, even though very happy in the Rashi, but in the house, it's not very happy.
In the house, it's in the 9th house. No, it's happy. Yeah. It's in the happy house. It's in the 9th house. So here
it's in the house of Jupiter. It's in the house of the other guru. They have different philosophies of life.
Very so you're taking it as a they may have different philosophies of life. But what I have found is that when people have something in Jupiter, in Venus, Jupiter, the exchange houses, these people are not very strict or traditionalist, but they definitely are knowledgeable and helpful.
they're very knowledgeable, but the energies are upside down here.
Yeah, so they are not traditionalist.
Yes.
Jupiter does not, in the house of Venus, does not give you the very traditional way of expending its energy as Jupiter, and Venus in the house of Jupiter does not make you that flamboyant. It subdues your energy of being flamboyant that it traditionally is. So these people, when Jupiter and Venus exchange houses, so to speak, they are a little deviated from their traditional ways.
The native does have is very intelligent and does think out of the box, very different from others.
Yes, it does. So you can see this because of that Venus placement, and also the native has
in Swati, right?
Yes, in Swati. And the Venus, as you will know, the ascendant, as you will know, is also being in Satbhisha. This person has a lot of fears also, Ritu. Okay. And these fears arise due to a lot of mental energy being expended because the person is not doing physical work.
Is the spouse very has a lot of networks, very social, very connected?
No, no such thing. Very simple girl.
Okay.
It is a possibility that the spouse would become, connected, could have a high position, and the spouse could be doing a lot of, even if you look at the D1, Mars from the 7th house, Mars is placed in the, Jupiter is placed in the 5th house. So the spouse will eventually find a name in a service industry. But let's talk about Satbhisha. When we're talking about, Ritu, are you there?
Yes, absolutely.
When we're talking about Satbhisha, again, as I said, the person is resourceful but does not want to expend the resource, or is keeping the resource in the dark. Why do I say keeping the resource in the dark? Because Rahu is born in the 8th house. So the person wants to keep it with himself, for himself. It's like, you know what, if the person has 5 mangoes, even if he's not eating those mangoes, the mangoes might go waste, but the person would not give it to anybody. Want it for someday later, I may need it. That kind of a stuff.
True.
Can I ask a question here? Rahu being second to Mangal, I mean, Mangal already in the 7th house is an interesting situation. But Rahu being second to Mangal, can you comment on that, please?
Yeah, there will be marital issues. Major marital issues.
But
ma'am, Sun is in Anuradha. They may be friends also, 7th Lord in Anuradha.
They may be friends. They may be friends. As long as they are friends, things will go well. The moment marriage becomes, Mars takes control.
Ma'am, but Mars is in a friendly house. Where they say that the Manglik dosh goes away when Mars is in Leo.
You will say about cancellation of Mangal, right? Manglik dosh. For cancellation, don't you think that you need to have a ticket? I always keep telling you, you want to cancel your railway ticket. Have you bought it to cancel it first?
Yeah.
And actually, there is an exchange also, ma'am, Mars and Sun. You always tell when there is an exchange, they will behave good only because they are Sun and Mars, they are good only.
Yes, so 4-7, there's an exchange of Kendra lords. I agree to all those things, but again, see the Rahu-Ketu axis. Even in the D9 also, it's not bad, but I think initially there might be marital issues before they finally settle down to a happy married life. Why I'm saying this is because Ketu and Saturn are in Uttar Bhadra, which is giving me enough clues to say that yes,
they will
married life should be good. But initially they will have issues. Initially,
that may be because of his mentality, not because of the girl.
No, yeah, not because of the girl.
And ma'am, also the Kendra and Trikon Lord are together. That is the 5th and the 7th Lord are together.
They're in the 10th house. So the person is capable of doing great in his or her job place.
Yes.
Can I give a possible idea? And if Rahu was in the 6th house, I would have said they would have issues based on past, whatever past is.
Yes, so this is what
Rahu is second, the issues might come in the future.
Yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
Right.
And yes, that's and this is why we need to do synchronicity of the planets Rahu and Ketu,
Yeah.
the birth charts of the partners.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. And what you're saying is also very good, Nazim. So he can have relationship issues before marriage, or after marriage is seeing the position of Rahu in the chart. It's the 8th or the 6th that you're talking about. Yes, that's a possibility. It's a major possibility. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? So I can also see if there is in the D10 Satbhisha Nakshatra, Ketu or Venus. Urva Satbhisha, Venus is there. The Lagna Lord he has to be extremely disciplined about his work. If he wants to prosper in life, can you see Venus is in Satbhisha Nakshatra in the D10?
And that too in the 10th house.
That too in the 10th house. And that too on the Rahu-Ketu axis. Okay. So if he's not working well, doing his work in a very uniform manner, in a very disciplined manner, not following the rules and regulations, then I'm sorry to say that, oh, boss. Can you
Ma'am,
see?
even
Yes. Venus
Karma
is in
Nakshatra.
Venus is in Varuna.
Varunamsha. This person
So-
will have major issues in life with regard to work if the person is not doing work properly.
And actually, that Karma Nakshatra moon is also in Moola, ma'am.
So work is a space that he needs to really work on. Really work on. If he wants to prosper in life, and he wants the promotions that he thinks should be his problem would also be regarding promotion. He will not be getting promotions at a higher level. Because if
Ma'am,
he's
he
not
runs
doing
his
work,
own business. He runs his own business.
so he may be having problem in pushing the business forward because he's not disciplined, dedicated.
But so the spouse has the signature of Varuna. Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's done. Okay, Ritu.
Yeah.
So can you see how nicely we could make out not just the D1, the D with the D10 also, and understanding the nakshatra and finding out the amsha, how Varuna operates, how this nakshatra operates, everything can give you a very clear picture about the Satbhisha Nakshatra, the D10, everything. I'm
Ma'am,
happy.
Native, if he does water related work, will that be good?
Yes, that will be good. That will be good. And the native also needs to, as Sharda said, we can also donate water.
Yeah.
The native can also keep a small fish pond at home, which he needs to keep, rejuvenating, cleaning quite often, once a week, at
Yeah.
least.
So he does work with seafood, with seafood related.
Venus, 10th Lord, 10th. And he's very good at that. Why?
Yeah.
Because there's also Ketu sitting there, which is saying that he has done it in some previous lifetime.
And D1, that Venus is his Yogkarak also.
Yes. And he must be good at swimming also.
Yeah, from a very young age. From a very,
Yes.
very young age.